Hello and welcome to the Commander's Quarters. I'm your host, Mitch. Glad to have you here. Here at the Commander's Quarters, we're all about Commander on a budget. Today we've got an episode of Break the Bank. On episodes like this, we're going to take one of our Commander's Quarters decks and up the budget to $100. Sometimes you just love a deck so much that you're willing to put a little more into it to get those upgrades. And these same rules are going to apply for our overall deck cost. So shipping will be included in the price, commanders at $10 or less are going to be included, and basic lands will not be included. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. And while you're at it, subscribe and review our podcast as well. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support. Today's episode comes to you courtesy of Stefan, a Golden Pig tier patron who's been supporting this channel for over a year now. I truly couldn't do this without amazing patrons like Stefan. So today we're going to break the bank on Stefan's Winota Joiner Forces deck. If you haven't already seen that episode, you're probably going to want to check that out first. But if you've already seen it, then let's jump into it. So let's start things off with what's in. With this upgraded budget, what kind of cards are we adding into the deck? Cold Steel Heart is going to come into play tapped, but when it comes into play, we choose a color, and then it can tap to add 1 mana of that color. So this can really help us ramp us and fix our mana early. And then Felwar Stone's an artifact that costs 2, and it can tap to add 1 mana of any color that a lane an opponent controls could produce. So most of the time, this can tap for at least one, if not both of our colors. And then let's add in some better protection pieces with Lightning Greaves, Swiftfoot Boots, and Boros Charm. Lightning Greaves is an equipment that costs 2, and it costs 0 to equip, and it says equip creature has haste and shroud. And then Swiftfoot Boots also costs 2, and it has equip 1, equip creature has hexproof and haste. Both of these are fantastic pieces of equipment to protect our commander or to give creatures haste. And then Boros Charm is extremely flexible. It says choose 1, it deals 4 damage to target player or planeswalker, permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and target creature gains double strike until end of turn. 2 mana to protect our entire board is extremely effective. Next up, let's upgrade this deck with some more efficient token production with Darian, King of Keldor, Secure the Waste, and Tempt with Vengeance. Darian is a 3/3 human soldier that costs 4 white, and it says whenever you deal damage, you may create that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. So if players deal us damage, they're going to have to deal with a lot of consequences. And then Secure the Waste is an instant that costs X and a white, and it says put X 1/1 white warrior creature tokens onto the battlefield. Tempt with Vengeance is a sorcerer that costs X and a red, and says Tempting Offer, put X 1/1 red elemental creature tokens with haste onto the battlefield. Each opponent may put X 1/1 red elemental creature tokens with haste onto the battlefield for each player who does put X 1/1 red elemental creature tokens with haste onto the battlefield. These are both fantastic ways to surprise our opponents out of nowhere with a ton of tokens attacking. But next, let's look at some more flexible protective pieces with Knight Captain of Eos, Selfless Spirit, and Eerie Interlude. Knight Captain of Eos is a 2/2 human knight that costs 4 and a white. When it comes into play, we put 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens into play. And by paying a white and sacrificing a soldier, we prevent all combat damage to be dealt this turn. So this is a repeatable fog that also makes us tokens. And then Selfless Spirit is a 2/1 Spirit Cleric with flying that has sacrificed Selfless Spirit. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. So this is an evasive non-human that can also serve as board white protection. And finally, let's add an Eerie Interlude, which is an instant for 2 and a white. It says exile any number of target creatures you control, return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So this is great board white protection that can also help us abuse some ETBs. Next up, there's Mirror Entity, which is a changeling, so we can get it off the top. And it has pay X until end of turn, creatures you control have base power and toughness XX and gain all creature types. So this can really pump up our token army, but we want to do that after we attack so we still get that attack trigger. And then there's Impact Tremors, which is an enchantment for 1 and a red, and says whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, Impact Tremors deals 1 damage to each opponent. With the number of tokens that we're going to have come in play, this can deal a ton of damage to all of our opponents throughout the game. And Cathar's Crusade can really help us as well. It's an enchantment for 3 white. It says whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Again, with the number of tokens that are going to be coming into play, this can make our army unstoppable. With this upgraded budget, we're also going to upgrade our lands, so let's add in Command Tower and Battlefield Forge. Command Tower can tap for either of our colors, and Battlefield Forge can tap for our colors, or can tap for either of our colors and it pings us for 1. And finally, let's also add Kher Keep and Scavenger Grounds. Kher Keep can tap for our colors, and we can also pay 1 in a red and tap it to make a 0/1 red kobold. And then Scavenger Grounds can tap for our colors, so we can also pay 2 and tap and sacrifice a desert and exile all cards from all graveyards. But since we're adding cards in, we've got to take some out, so it's time to move on to what's out. First up, we're going to take out 2 of our mana rocks with Star Compass and Sphere of the Suns. The 2 that we added in are just strictly better in the majority of circumstances. Next up, we're going to take out some of our protection pieces with Akroma's Blessing, Make a Stand, and Frontline Medic. The pieces that we added in are just more efficient, flexible, or a combination of both. And then let's take out some humans with Haktos the Unscarred, Avenging Huntbonner, and Resolute Blademaster. we've just got some better threats and finishers with our upgrades. So because of that, we're also going to be taking out Tajik Legion's Edge, Flame Rush Rider, and Mirror March. And then we're also going to be taking out Shramm's Expertise, Pursuit of Glory, and Agris Cause. Again, with those upgrades, we've just got better token producers and better finishers, so we can take these out. And of course, because we added some lands in, we've got to take some out, so we're going to take out 2 mountains and 2 plains. But now it's time to see how this upgraded deck stacks up when it comes to price. The average Winota EDH Rec deck is going to set you back $321.24. Even with all of our upgrades, our deck is still going to be much more affordable, coming in at $99.27. And if you want a full breakdown of this deck's price, check out that link in the description. And with that, the show is coming to a close, so it's my turn to hear from you. So in the comments below, let me know what your thoughts on this Break the Bank are. And make sure you're following us on social media for more updates and sneak peeks on future episodes. Again, a huge thank you to my patrons who help make this show possible. I truly couldn't do any of this without your support. If you want to support this channel directly, consider becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, including being able to vote on future commanders for deck techs. There are even tiers where you get your own personalized deck tech dedicated to you. You can check out all the Patreon tiers and rewards at patreon.com/commandersquarters. If you haven't already, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Here at the Commander's Quarters, we're all about budget commander. So while you're at it, go ahead and check out some of our other types of episodes. And with that, I'm out of here. Thanks again and have a good one.